Welcome back to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. All right, we've got Salomon Mishaan, president and founder, OXX Cleaners, OXXOUSA.com.
OXXO.
What?
OXXO.
OXXO. Okay, Solomon, you're coming to us. You sound great from Colombia. You're down there working in that world. What city are you in?
I'm in Bogota, Colombia today.
I should have guessed. All right. Give us a background on you. Give us a background on OXXO Cleaners, why they're so different, why you're breaking the mold and disrupting the technology, the industry. And then I've got 1,001 questions for you.
Okay. First, let me tell you, the reason I'm in Colombia, I'm originally from Colombia. We have businesses in Colombia, textiles businesses, and in Venezuela, the plastics industry as well. And that's what I worked with most of my professional life. I went to the U.S. in the year 2000, and when I got there, I saw a need for innovation in the dry cleaning industry. In three main things I saw that the industry was way behind its time. The first one in the part that the ecological part, because of the perchloroethylene that was and is still being used in the dry cleaning industry. Back in the year 2000, 2001, that was not an issue yet. It became an issue after Al Gore started talking about it back in 2008 or something like that. But I saw that need, and the other thing that I realized that was the quality that people were getting from their dry cleaning, since they were still getting everything pressed by these big steam presses that are originally used in the garment industry, where they want to press creases on the garments and leave them pressed forever. Since I come from the garment industry and the textile industry, I saw that was something that newer equipment was being used in Europe. And then the third of all is the convenience, where I see that people were having difficulty in picking up their clothes to get them out of the weekly laundry, their dry cleaners, because when they go to work, they're either on their way to work, on their way back, the cleaners are closed. So I saw that for the customer, it was a big problem to get their clothes, and for the dry cleaner, it was a big problem storing clothes for a week or 15 days, as most traditional dry cleaners do, because people just have a certain day of the week where they can pick up. So I did some studying around, and for the ecological part, I found a silicone-based product that was just getting started on the market. It's called Green Earth. It's a completely non-organic, which means it's not mineral, it's not oil produced, it's not any kind of chemical. It's actually liquid sand. So it is a very clean product. It originally was developed for shampoos and lipsticks. So you use it on your body every single day. That shows you how non-toxic and how dermatologically safe it is. The other thing that we did was we looked for working without these industrial steam boilers that the traditional dry cleaners have. When you walk into the traditional dry cleaners, you see these big sweatshops with the steam pipes all over the place and the big presses. So our equipment is all industrial hand ironing, hand finishing. All the equipment is electric. It's independent. It produces its own steam. It produces its own heat. It doesn't require the big steam boiler. Again, we don't use diesel fuels or gas or anything like that. And when you walk into one of our stores, everything is done completely in front of the public. It's like a boutique or like an open kitchen in a restaurant. You see the girls or the guys that iron doing the work in front of the counter. You see the dry clean machine right in front. You see the shirt mannequins. Our shirts, instead of being pressed, they get blow dried. They put on a mannequin that actually blows the shirt, and with the steam and the heat, it irons it and dries it, and it comes out perfect. And then it doesn't burn this material. It doesn't burn the buttons. So you have a very long-lasting garment. And then the third thing was the convenience part. We developed with an Italian company an ATM machine that is in the front of our store, connected to the main conveyor, and people can come 24 hours a day with their. Today's with the app. We didn't have an app then. We have an app today, or with their OXXO card, and they can pull out their clothes 24 hours a day. So that means that anybody can go to dinner, go to the movies, and afterwards go buy the OXXO cleaners and pull out the cleaners. And we did all this because we were looking to show that we care about the environment, that we care about the quality of the clothes, that we care about the convenience for the people. We care about our workers. Our workers work inside an air-conditioned store, not in a sweatshop. They're uniformed. They're clean. We care about the community that where we work at. There's no contamination. There's no noise. There's no bad feelings. We are in buildings where we have apartments above us, and there's no noise. It's like having a boutique rather than a small industry. And so that's why we're called OXXO Care Cleaners, because we care, and we've been caring about all these things since we initiated. And that's what makes us very special and very different.
I get that. You've been routinely ranked and repeatedly ranked upon the top U.S. franchises with Entrepreneur Magazine and Franchise 500. So I get it. You've got the business sense. What you just told me about what OXXO does is amazing. You've got new stores coming up here in Texas. Where are they?
We do. We have 2 stores in Dallas area. One is in Frisco. The other one is in Plano. We have a store in Houston. And I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know the exact location.
That's okay.
We are in Houston, and we are growing in Houston. They're looking for another location around the Galleria or somewhere near the medical. So we're very enthusiastic. We have in Florida where we started with a few stores, and we have 30 stores there.
Solomon,
yes.
We're going to have to close. I have less than a minute to close out on this. Please, I want to talk to you more about this later, but for the listening audience, please contact information for you so we can find out how we can participate with you. Either some people may want to invest in your company, but other people may just want to use OXXO Care Cleaners for their own purposes, me being one of them.
OXXOUSA.com, OXXOUSA.com, and that is our website, and we have a franchise site as well. If you go on that one, you can. That's the consumer website, and that'll take you to the franchise website as well.
Got it. Thanks for being a guest, Solomon.
Thank you very much, and glad to explain this to you guys. Hope you use OXXO. We care. Hope you care.
Thank you. Good slogan. All right. Salomon Mishaan, President, Founder, OXXO Care Cleaners, OXXOUSA.com. Segment brought to you by Tycon Partners. You've been listening to CEO Money with Michael Yorba and Ed Baxter.